Make sure to book your next fishing trip with a member of the Louisiana Charter Boat Association. Go to louisianacharterfishing.com. Today on Let's Go Fishing, we're down in St. Bernard Parish in Shell Beach, Louisiana, and we're fishing with Captain Jonathan Sanchez of Real Excitement Charters and Robbie Campo of Campos Marina. The plan today is to head out to Breton Sound, fish the rigs, and catch some big fish, and you're about to see it all, so let's go fishing. Closed captioning is brought to you by the Delta Marina in Empire, Louisiana, featuring newly renovated cabins on the water, a ship store for all of your tackle and food and drink, live shrimp, gas and diesel, a fish cleaning station, and the Ponderosa Grill and Oyster Bar serving South Louisiana cuisine Thursday through Sunday. Visit us online at thedeltamarina.com. Well, we've got a beautiful morning this morning. Not too cold, it's comfortable, a little bit of breeze blowing. So we're going to leave Campos Marina and we're going to head south. And it's a pretty good run. When you go fish these rigs now, you're going to be making about a 45-minute run. So we're going to head out to these rigs. Jonathan's been catching some fish out here, and I know as soon as we get here, we're going to get in on some great action. It's a ton of fun in the late winter, early spring to get out to these rigs because you don't know what the heck you're going to catch.
Oh, it's got to be
from the deep, a big old sheephead from the deep. That's what we're out here to catch. Convicts. Early spring, late winter. Come out of St. Bernard Parish, come to these rigs, get some dead shrimp on the bottom, bring some kids, bring some Gatorade, bring some strength, and get ready to have some fun with some big old sheephead. Oh, and Robbie's got one on the other side of the boat. Nope. Oh, chow, that's the best fish. Boy, I'm about to. Now, this is a poison fish here. This is a fish you never, ever want to eat. It's called a channel mullet. And that right there, folks, is better than a speckled trout. I'm telling you, that is the best eating saltwater fish we've got out here. Oops, and speaking of saltwater fish.
Hell yeah.
All right.
That's a stinky smelling son of a gun. Boy, he eats like a champ.
So we got out here and we made like 2 or 3 different stops because we weren't deep enough. So we were going everywhere. This may be a big redfish here. So we were riding around and Jonathan said these fish are going to be in this deeper water at these rigs. And sure enough, we got a little bit deeper, about 18 feet. And we have found them, at least for now. And what I have is not a channel mullet, and is very likely not a sheephead. I think we got us a go-gorilla redfish. I'm pretty confident that we got us a gorilla. So we've got a channel mullet, a big old sheephead, and a gigantic bull red. Oh yeah, that's a gigantic bull red.
Shoot, he's not too gigantic.
He's not too gigantic, but he's gigantic enough.
He's big enough.
Look at him, there we go. All right. It's a buffet out here. Let me see my buddy, we'll hang him up, show everybody. But look at that pretty redfish. And literally, we're just getting started here. Got rods hanging up everywhere. What a pretty redfish. And that's what you're gonna catch at these rigs. You don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna pull. There you go. Turn this big boy loose.
Robbie's your dad need something for St. Joseph's altar? Yeah.
He's ready to go, I can tell you, because the water's cold. And down to the deep he goes. All right, so we came out, we started at the rocks, caught a couple of small fish, then we started off at some rigs in about 10 feet of water. You said nothing here, we had to go deeper. What is it about 6 feet deeper that's making the difference, you think?
I have to imagine that, I mean, this is usually where they spawning at, out here by these rigs in deeper water. For whatever reason, they just, sometimes you can get lucky and get it done close. Most of the times they're a little bit further out in some deeper water, and chunky dead shrimp out there and hold on.
Yeah, I mean, this is where you fish for speckled trout in the summertime, but basically when you can get out here in the wintertime, you can catch speckled trout too,
Everything.
actually.
Oh, absolutely,
But
everything.
you can catch a little bit of everything, but if you want to get your line pulled, this is the place to come in the spring, wintertime. If you can get to these rigs, you're going to catch some big, big fish.
Yes,
so
indeed.
let's see if we can catch some more.
I'm down. Let's do it.
You know, Jonathan, this is really a fun way to fish the way we're fishing today, isn't it? Going out to these rigs and dropping a bait in the water, not knowing what you're going to catch.
Absolutely, and when fishing gets tough on the inside, it's good that we even have this ability to go out there and pull this off, but it definitely is a lot of fun when you just drop it down and got something big pulling back on you.
You know, and another one of the great things about it is that the fact that you can do it in the wintertime. You know, a lot of people think, you know, wintertime fishing's not that good. Well, that's the time you can go out there and you can really catch a ton of fish. Now it's weather, it's, you know, it's all dependent on weather, but boy, when the weather's right, it's almost a sure thing.
That's about probably the closest thing we got to a guarantee, to be honest with you, but some days it's a little tougher, some days they just jumping in the boat. You never know. I have to try it.
The sheephead are hitting it, because you can just feel that little tap, tap, tap. I mean, they're tearing it up on the bottom. I'm gonna come up with absolutely nothing left on this hook.
Get him. Hop. There you go, Rob.
That's what shrimp does, though. Robbie, you're in the redfish hole, buddy. I'm gonna try a redfish hole over here.
Hop in Robbie's hole.
Oh, sheephead hole.
Oop, sorry. Ooh, got your little wet lens there, huh?
Jonathan, the most underrated fish in the sea? Yes or no?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everybody's scared of these things. Oh, they terrible. They're a nightmare to clean. Ain't no worse than a redfish, in my opinion.
Well,
And they better eating, in my opinion, as well. Yes, sir. That's the old redfisher.
here, Robbie, why don't you hold my line?
And the only thing I suggest not to do is leave your pole unattended.
Yes.
It don't matter if it's got a bait or not.
So that's the other rule.
Yes.
So the rules are get to the bottom, bring plenty of jig heads,
Yep.
and don't leave your bait dangling over the
leave-
side of the boat. And you know what else? Pray to God Robbie doesn't hook two fish, because
Yeah,
one of the
yeah.
poles is mine. You know, this right here, you bring a kid out here doing this one time,
yeah.
they're hooked for life. Oh, sorry. The wave got me. Actually, the wave didn't get me. I'm just not very good. You know what you know what I could say?
You gotta get the head in the net.
You know what I could say though? I'm used to catching, not netting. That's what I could say. All right, this time I'll get him. Maybe. There we go. All right, and then grab the handle of the net right here.
Yes.
Or are you gonna break your net?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Big fish.
I don't think we need this one, huh? Here's a let go, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Turn that big girl loose. Want to make some babies. And that's how you do it. But pretty.
Come on, man. Get in the boat. All right.
That's a red because that was pure plastic. God, what is this? I don't even know if this is a redfish. This may be a big ray. This is not acting like a redfish.
Tell me what you got.
Oh gosh.
Doubled up.
Oh, what I got is big. I don't know what I have.
Now doubled up red ones.
I'm not sure this is a redfish.
No.
I am not sure this is a redfish.
Could be a big black one.
I don't know what it is, but it is not acting like a redfish. It's a big black drum. My goodness. Well, we're telling you, there's a little bit of everything out here, and you are seeing it. A big black drum on plastic.
Slot.
Oh, here we go.
All right, shit. Where am I, Robbie? You ready? He's ready?
All right. Robbie's catching a fish on the other side of the boat. So my redfish, my big black drum, has gone under the boat. I knew, Jonathan, I knew this was no redfish.
Yeah. Oh no. Usually everything out here pulls.
And I'm fishing as light as tackle as you can fish. He's all under the boat. My line is going to be forever free. Oh, there he is.
A dinosaur.
Goodness gracious alive.
That's an absolute net breaker.
That is a monster black drum.
Oh, ho.
Wow.
I think you ought to mount it, Kevin.
I think I'm not. You know, Jonathan, that was a great idea on your part, and I appreciate the suggestion, but...
You gonna pass?
You know, Robbie would pay for it to get it mounted on your wall.
Whew. I don't have a wall big enough for this booger.
Yeah.
I have to
My gosh.
Add some more studs. Oh,
So it's like Jonathan said, these fish are out here spawning. And you can look at that black drum right there and tell that that fish has either been spawning or overeating. My guess is it's about to spawn. That's a 30-pound black drum.
Oh yeah. That's an old fish.
That fish is probably 40 years old.
Yeah.
40 or 50 years old. Those black drum will get that old. And caught on a little piece of plastic.
Yeah, let me know when y'all good, cause he ain't light. See ya.
All right, I need a drink. You know, when you get on the boat with Captain Jonathan Sanchez, you know he enjoys what he's doing. And Jonathan, 22 years now you've been doing this. So what got you into it?
Well, like I said, my dad ran the marina down the road for a while and happened to be there one day when Frank Moore needed a deckhand and jumped on the boat. And been good ever since. And I mean, what keeps me going is the possibility of giving somebody a trip of a lifetime, something that they'll always remember, you know, keep them coming back.
Yeah, I know kids, or I know you love taking kids fishing and seeing the smiles on their face when they catch fish, and people from out of state that have no idea about the great resources we have down here, when they get here and just see the amount of fish we catch, that's got to be just a thrill to see them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can tell when somebody's really excited, you know, it's going to stick with them for a long time, and every time after, that's usually the first conversation piece that comes up, you know?
Yeah, it's always amazing. You know, we go out and we'll catch 20, 25 trout, and it'll be like, we get some people that come down, they'll catch 4 or 5 bull redfish in a day, and it's like the best trip they ever had, ever.
Absolutely. You don't catch fish like this anywhere else in the world, you know, and a lot of out-of-towners, it don't take a whole lot, but we have very liberal limits, and people like to enjoy fishing, you know? Oh, yeah.
Big old sheephead, huh?
Uh-huh. He's a go-getter. A go-getter.
Oh, a netter, huh? Oh, that's a nice one.
Thank you, Rob. Be delicious.
Thing about sheephead, there's no limit, there's no size limit on sheephead. There's no creel limit. So, you know, take what you can eat and leave the rest out here.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are fun to catch.
Yes, they are. That's a bluegill on steroids.
And they really are good to eat. They're
Absolutely.
they just get a hard rap with cleaning.
Today's Tackle Box is brought to you by the Louisiana Charter Boat Association. Book your adventure today.
Well, how do we catch them today? Pretty easy setup for me today. Komodo bait casting reel from Akuma, DTR bait casting 7-foot rod from Akuma, and also a 3/8 ounce death grip jig head, and then a frozen shrimp. These were frozen from Campos Marina. Just thread onto the hook just like that, and you take the head off. It keeps the trash fish away, and when you thread the bait on the hook like that, it almost makes it weedless. There's a lot of trash and stubble on the bottom, so it also kind of keeps you from getting hung up. That's the best way to catch these fish out at these rigs that way. Also, great clothing from Habit Outdoors, and that's as easy as it gets to catch some great fish in Shell Beach, Louisiana.
Make sure to book your next fishing trip with a member of the Louisiana Charter Boat Association. Go to louisianacharterfishing.com.
All right, so most of the stuff that we talk about with Robbie Campo can never be on TV. This can be. So Robbie, 120 years now, Campos Marina in business,
Yep.
the oldest marina in the United States of America, and you guys are still going strong. Live bait, boat launch, you got lodging now. I mean,
Yep.
y'all guys, you got it going on.
Yeah, I tell you what, we strive to do our best every day, you know, so yeah, Kevin, we work really hard over there at that place, you know, we get up really early every day to make somebody else's day better. So that wants to come fishing out of here, and you know, this wasn't built overnight, you know what I mean? This took a long time to do it, and we got, I mean, you know, we're 5 generations into this thing now, so my kids are in it, so that makes the 5th generation. But yeah, we work really hard at trying to do our best every day to make somebody else's life a little bit better. You know, you come down here and you go catch some of these fish like we went out there and did today. You know, Captain John, with a great charter captain, Jonathan Sanchez. I mean, he's a beast at what he does. You know, and we go out there and we, you know, just throw the line down and catch a big old fish. That puts a smile on people's face. It's something they never forget. And, you know, and just being a part of that, and I don't get to do it all the time, but just selling them just having a product there for them to be able to go do this, you know, it makes somebody else's day. They don't forget where they got their bait from. And, you know, one day when they come back with their own boat, they come see me again, you know, so it's a repetitive cycle. It keeps going on, and we hope to have that going on for the next 100 years.
Oh, I got one. Uh-oh. We got something different here.
Got a head shaker?
Oh, found another redfish. Everywhere we stop, it's reds. Big ones. So this is just part of the St. Bernard Parish experience. Great restaurants. Great guides,
Hey.
like Captain
Oh, come on.
Jonathan. Great marinas in Shell Beach, Hopedale, Delacroix. Awesome people. Redfish that are going into the rig. This redfish is going against the current, y'all, into that rig.
Woo-wee!
It's a speckled trout. No, he's just
Oh,
mad,
man.
dude. Look, he's not that big. That fish took me into the rig. Now look, that's an awesome fish, okay?
Uh-huh.
But
Kevin, I'm buying you a new jig head, bro.
all right, we're gonna have to sacrifice my jig head. Well, we ended up having to sacrifice my jig head on this fish because it was all the way down his throat, but no problem. That jig head is going to kind of go away with the rust over time, so the fish is going to live and be ready for you to catch when you come back out here. And boy, what a great day we had down here in Shell Beach, Louisiana, in St. Bernard Parish. Our thanks to Captain Jonathan Sanchez, Real Excitement Charters. Give him a call. He's got a great lodge called the Shell Pad. They can handle corporate groups and families, feed you, do the whole works for you. Great guide and a great dude. Also, Robbie Campo at Campos Marina. They've been there 120 years. They will take care of all your needs at the marina. And when you come down to St. Bernard Parish, check out everything we have to offer. And to do that, go to the website at visitstbernard.com, and you can learn all about the exciting things that you can do in St. Bernard Parish. For producer Logan Brown, I'm Kevin Ford. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week right here on Let's Go Fishing with Kevin Ford.